Hi everyone, this is just going to be a kind of second mini lesson for pastels this month because we're focusing on how to reimagine your photos. I thought I'd talk about two demos that I've done in my actual physical pastel class and just talk through what I did with those and what more I could maybe do. So firstly, let's start up at the top here. I'll just angle the camera a little bit more so you can see a bit better. So I have this it's actually a sunrise. We were doing sunrise and sunset and talking about some of the issues with that. And here's the reference photo, and you can see there's a lot of orangey reds, a little bit of yellow here, and a nice sky. It's quite dark in the foreground. So I took that photo and I used that as the reference. What I've done over here is change things slightly. So when you first glance at it, probably the first thing that you notice is it's a bit yellower than this one. It's not quite as red. It has got that corally orangey colour through here and down in the water, but not as much. I really thought it was a little bit overstated because when I took the photos, my mum and I were getting up at 6 o'clock every morning and racing down to the beach, which was only 100 or so metres away from where we were staying, and taking photos every morning of the sunrises. They were spectacular. But in order to sort of get the colour, I was focusing on the sky with my camera, and so the foreground is really blacked out, and then the colour in the sky is a bit exaggerated. So what I wanted to do was just use that as a reminder of the feeling of getting up early and going down to the beach and taking those photos every morning, but then translate it into a painting I thought worked a bit better. So here I've kept the focal area the same. I've kept a very dark land mass along there. Again, I haven't got very excited about exactly how I'm making that landmass. Is it just exactly matching the photo? I don't care, because this is not a painting about a place as such. It's about a feeling, a mood, and that sunrise. So I don't really care whether it's recognisable as the place or not. I wanted to keep in these clouds up here. I liked the kind of shape, so I've kept in roughly the kind of shapes of those clouds, but I have moved them to make a better pathway because this cloud was coming down and these were coming the same way. So I've exaggerated that, so I've got a bigger sweep up there. I've got one coming down, one coming up, and then that comes in the same direction and that comes in the opposite direction. I just exaggerated this particular area here. I've kept a bit of a sweep going up there too. It's very flat here, the colour, but I wanted to sweep it up a little bit. And I've kept the water a little less vibrant as it is here. The other thing I did was I put in a little bit more detail into the sandy area. Here it's just a flat black almost colour, but here I've used the dark blue underneath and just scraped across some deep purpley darks. Up in the sky, I actually used the base of this what's called ultra deep a colour fixed spectrum paper, and I used that colour to give the colour in the water, the beach and the sky, and then just to give it a little bit of a punch, I've added in a very much brighter blue up there, and then some other blue, just scraping it across. In the centre area, I've really made no change to the paper at all. So very quickly I've achieved the look of a sunrise. I've got that feeling that I had. I think I've managed to get that in, and I'm really happy with it. It was a 20-minute sketch for class, but I'm not even going to touch that because I like it. So let's move down to the next one. Let's have a look at this photo. So in this photo, I've got, this is one from a trip to New Zealand, and there's a massive land there and a headland there and a very tiny bit of water here, and then the beach area here. Now this is not a finished painting, it was just the beginning of a painting, and what I want to talk about here is the changes that I made and why I made them. So at first glance, again, they look pretty similar, but what I didn't like this. I felt it was too big and too distracting, and in relationship to the water it was too big. So what I've done is emphasise the water. I've made that water area much bigger. It's a tiny sliver there, but I've expanded it out and made it bigger and more prominent and more part of the reason for the painting. And I've made that headland, that little bit of land there a little bit less. In here, that area has got a lot of grasses in it, and I wanted to create a lead in, so I've taken some of that back and I've got a lead in path here and another one there, so we've got this lead into the water and the water leads out. I would like to do some more to this painting, and so I might do that and show you at some point later. And what I would plan to do is make it darker here, more grasses on this side and more grasses over here, and just let it, maybe some grasses leading in that way. But I think I'd pretty much leave the water and everything back here as it is. So really what I'm saying by showing you these two is that you might have a reference that's working fairly well, but it's not exactly what you want, and you can usually pick up on what it is that is not working for you and then fix that problem. So here I didn't want it to be so orange, so I've made it a yellow or a lighter colour, but I've still kept the essence of it. Here I wanted to decrease the emphasis here, make a lead-in path and make the water area bigger, and so I can do that. I don't have to slavishly follow my photo references. I can make the changes that will give me the mood that I want. So I hope that next time you're painting, you might look at your photo reference if you're painting from a photo and think about what's the emotion or the mood you're trying to convey, and what could you leave in or what could you take out that are going to support that mood and that emotion. And if you think in that way, first of all identifying what's the mood I'm after, what's the feeling I'm after, and here I wanted that calm, peaceful, reflective feeling of being at a sunrise, and I think I achieved that better by toning down the colour. So that was the choice I made. I want a more calm feeling about it, let's tone down the colour. On this one, I wanted that feeling of being invited into the beach, walking through the dunes down to the sea and down to the water, and so I wanted to open it up a bit, and I felt by opening it up, leaving some of this out, expanding the water area, it would have support that mood of that happiness I feel when I'm walking down a beach path to the water. And once you've done it, you can review it and see, did it work for you, or maybe you might need to make some more changes. So next time you're painting from reference photos, feel free to juggle things around a bit, move things around a bit, but first of all think, what's the mood, what's the feeling of this painting, and that will really help you be able to focus on what things you might need to change about your reference. I'll see you next time with a brand new painting lesson. I'm going to be doing one on acrylics next, so I'll see you then. Bye for now.